This is Preacher to Preacher for the 13th Sunday after Pentecost. I am Matt Skinner, and I'm on the shores of beautiful Lake Harriet here in Minneapolis, around boats. Why boats? One of my teachers used to say that interpreting the Bible is a lot more like sailing than it is like building a cathedral. In other words, the work of biblical interpretation involves a bit of craft and some responsiveness to the winds and the waves, the conditions around you. It's not so much about building an edifice or a building that will stand forever in the test of time. In other words, it's not so much about clear, obvious, durable answers as it is speaking into the moment. That's so true for this week, where you have a very difficult passage from Luke 14 in front of you, a passage that requires us not just to read what's there, because there's some hard stuff there, and some of it's kind of disconnected, but also to read it in context, to read it in light of the wider witness of the Gospel of Luke and the things that Jesus says there, because he's not entirely consistent from one passage to the next. And so preaching this week is in part a way of letting Scripture interpret Scripture and helping people not hang their entire theology on one difficult saying, but really seeing the whole of what Jesus has to say and how that helps us interpret a difficult passage like this one. It's hard work, but important work, and thanks for doing it.